Whoa, whoa, whoa. Goods. Whoa. Slow your roll, my man. Slow your roll. Y'all know recently there's been audio clips of Pete saying some things that have been put out there into the battle rap streets by my man Verb, the island god. Goodz is taking the approach of forget the principle, forget who's right or wrong. Who is the snitch that's recording these audio conversations? Goodz, I don't think that's the correct approach here because we're dealing with the URL. So I don't think that that's the correct approach. Also, Verb, bruh. Verb is saying a lot. Verb is saying a lot on YouTube, social media, and these battle rap streets, bruh. And Verb, for the most part, is preaching to the choir, bruh. But what Verb says is not going to apply to every single battle rapper out there. Let's talk about it. See, one of the things that I'm liking about Verb waging complete war on URL is that Verb is a very strong figure in the battle rap community, bro. Verb is a powerful figure in the battle rap community. He's a very well-known figure in the battle rap community, right? So if someone is going to stand up to the machine, if someone is going to raise hell, if someone is going to start to play chess, not checkers with the URL, bro, I'm glad that it's somebody like Verb. I'm very glad that it's somebody like Verb, bro. One thing that's happening right now that I feel like a lot of us should understand, a lot of us, and I mean fans, I mean battle rappers included, is this one specific thing, bro. Not everybody, not every battle rapper can do what Verb is doing, bro. Not every battle rapper can say what Verb is saying out here. I was listening to Verb speak today, right? And I heard him say something on a live. I heard him say something like, battle rappers can now, over at URL, demand $10,000 more dollars, this much more money, blase, blase, blah. When I heard Verb say that on a live, right? When I heard Verb say that on a live, my mind first went to, wait a second. Wait, whoa. Verb, that is not the case, bro. That is not the case, bro. Not every battle rapper is able to do, demand, or say what it is that Verb is saying, doing, or demanding. That is not the case. So I started to think, I'm like, wait a second. I'm glad Verb is doing this, but I'm also kind of afraid, right? That Verb and the way that he's going about this whole situation is going to be leading some people in the wrong direction. And here's what I mean, bro. If a regular battle rapper, let's take a random name out of a hat, somebody who's on URL, who's newer, Klutz or like Foots or something like that, all right? Let's say they decide to start listening to Verb. They decide to start listening to what he's saying, studying what he's saying, kind of like a Bible. They start now abiding by and like feeling like, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do what he's saying. These types of people cannot demand whatever they want from the URL. People that the URL is currently putting on or have under their wing, as far as maybe like in the crucible process or in like cards like rookies versus sophomores and things like that, these types of people don't have the same power, leverage, nor ability that an Verb has, bro. So I start to think, I'm like, wait a second, damn. See, this is where I start to really think about the things that Verb is saying. And Verb is right about a lot of things that he says. Absolutely right about a lot of things that he says. But he's also only right depending on who you are. Depending on who you are is how right a verb is in the things that he's saying. For example, a K-Shine, a Hollow the Dawn, a Tay-Rock. These types of guys are the types of guys that what a verb says applies to almost 100%. Almost 100%. These are guys who have the highest value in battle rap, have been putting in major work and major pain for the URL for years, but have never been compensated or paid fairly or according to what it is that they bring to the URL. Golden era guys, bro. When we start talking about other battle rappers, Klutz, Foots, Authentics, and these newer guys, these rules or these things that a verb is talking about does not apply, because these are not guys who have built themselves and have become superstars. These are not these types of people. So when a verb says the types of things that he be saying sometimes, I think to myself, I feel like Verb is a powerful figure in the community and people listen to him. But sometimes I think, yo, is Verb really the right person to be doing this? Is he the right person to be doing this? Because a verb is the type of person where I can hear a verb talk. I can listen to him talk. He's very entertaining when he speaks. I'm not going to hold y'all. But I also pay a lot of attention, bro. I don't have ADD or ADHD or whatever the hell it is that people have. I can focus on something somebody's saying, bro. I can listen to you for an hour, 2 hours. And I do sometimes. And a verb will say one thing that's absolutely correct. It's like, damn, that's a good point. Yo, a verb just made a crazy point. Wow, that's wild. I can't believe I never saw like, bah, 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 bah. But then in the very next token, a verb can say something that is completely 100% false, bro, and incorrect about something. Even though I do respect what Verb is doing in his attempt to become or blow the whistle, people need to be very attentive and very cautious of a lot of the things that a verb is saying, because yes, he's putting out there a lot of truth. He's putting out there a lot of the business, but a lot of the business that he's talking about is mostly and mainly applies to these top tier guys and these names that I mentioned. The type of things that a verb is saying and preaching don't necessarily apply to a lot of these newer battle rappers, bro, who have absolutely zero leverage, zero power, zero anything. They've never even worked to build their own names and their own brands outside of a battle rapper anything. So these things do not apply to a lot of you guys, but they do apply to a lot of others, bro. One thing I'm really enjoying about what a verb is doing, bro, is that a verb is playing chess. He's not playing checkers with the URL, bro. This is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in battle rap happen recently, is a verb leaking this audio or these audio clips of P. Leaking these audio clips of P, talking about his own partners, talking about battle rappers and how they ain't shit and this, that, and the fifth. Bruh, I said chess. Verb is playing chess, not checkers with the URL, bro, and I am here for it. Verb is trying to destroy URL from the outside in, bro. Verb is attempting to use one of the rules of power or whatever the hell that's called and turn these guys against each other, bro. I've never seen a battle rapper that was, Verb is literally single-handedly trying to take this league down, bro. I've never seen anything like this. In my 32 years of life, I've never seen anything like this, specifically in battle rap. A verb is leaking clips of P, trying to turn him against Beasley and Beasley against P, and all these things are going on right now. And honestly, there's so much going on right now that I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything that's going on right now. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything that's going on right now. One thing that I did want to address though real quick, right? These leaked audio clips of P. Some people have different opinions, right, on the clips themselves. And some people like Goodz seem to have this type of opinion, right? They feel like, people like Goodz and whoever feels like this feels as if though Forget who's right or wrong. Forget the point or the principle, right? Forget that P is a snake and all this stuff. Forget that. Who is recording the audio? Who's recording this audio? Who's the snitch recording? This is straight out of Goodz mouth. Let's take a listen real quick.
Oh, Verb's like, this is gonna destroy URL.
But this is fucked up on who's doing the recording this shit, man. Like who's the snake, rat, snitch, bitch ass nigga that's recording this type of stuff. It's just, I look at that, you know.
First of all, Goodz, you seem to feel very strongly about that. You just used some very intense cuss words, you know what I'm saying, to describe the individual that recorded this. So, Goodz, you seem to feel very strongly about that. Why is that exactly, huh? Huh? Are you under the URL wing, huh? Huh? They paying you to say stuff for them, huh? I hope not. I don't think so, but why would you feel so strongly about that? You know what I'm saying? This is also how I feel about this, bro. I feel the complete opposite of what Goodz is feeling right now. I don't think that it's who's the snitch record? No, not at all. Not even a little bit, bruh. You know why? You know why, Goodz, bro? Because it's quite possible that whoever recorded this conversation, bro, or these audio clips, it's quite possible that they were doing it for the greater good. It is very possible that this was being recorded for the greater good, bro. Here's what I mean when I say this. URL has been doing dirty business, bro, with people for the longest time. Taking advantage of battlers, taking advantage, doing this, blocking battles, sabotaging other people, blah, 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 blah. Whomever's sitting there talking to Pete most likely knows and understands these things already. They already know and understand. This is how the URL gets down. This is how P and them get down. We know. So who's to say that the person recording wasn't recording because they know how it is that the dirty business and politics go down in the background, bro? How do we know? Because Goodz seems to think, who's the snitch person? Not understanding though, or completely dismissing who the person that recorded the audio is doing business with. The person who's recording the audio is on the phone with P, URL. They're known to do bad business, bro. With battlers, blase, blase, blah. So do you not think for 1 second, Goodz, that it's possible that this was being recorded to basically cover themselves? Because the thing is that URL, bro, they use fire to fight. They fight with fire. So why would somebody dealing with URL also not fight with fire? Now we're talking about fighting fire with fire. Because again, we know how the URL gets down. We know business, there's dirty business tactics, dirty politics, all these things that happen. So you don't think for 1 second that this was being recorded because the person that was recording knows this and understands this about URL and needed to cover themselves in the event that anything happens to them? For example, them being blackballed, them having opportunities taken from them, or whatever it might be. We don't think that this person was recording to cover themselves, bro? To fight fire with fire? Knowing, again, keep in mind, understanding and knowing how it is that the URL does business, how it is that they get down. Honestly, I feel as if though it was smart for the person who recorded this to record it because they know who they're dealing with, bro. P's been being exposed this entire year pretty much, bro. And they're talking to P. I'm sure that P is one of the main guys that is able to get away with, doing some of these dirty things because he's not a front-facing person. Like, he's not like a Smack who's the face of URL who's going to be on camera. He's not a Beasley who's going to be on camera. So P's usually typically in the background. So if anybody's going to be sitting there and try to do and pull these dirty politics and moves, it's going to be more so somebody like P, somebody who's in the background, somebody who you don't really see for that reason. Because they pull those types of strings. So if you're having a conversation with this individual from the URL and you're very, what's the word that I'm looking for? You know that this is the type of thing that goes down. it's smart to record the conversation, bro. Because what if in that conversation, something completely different had happened? What if in that conversation, because that person that recorded the conversation didn't know that this was what was going to be said. They're just recording because they probably feel as if though something is going to be said that is wrong. Something is going to be said that is not right. Like things are going to happen that are not right. That's most likely why this person went in recording. They didn't go in there recording knowing that this exact thing was going to be said. That's not it. No. In this situation, I feel like somebody would go in there recording because they know the type of business that gets done on the phone. They know the possibility of being told something crazy on the phone that people wouldn't believe was ever said to them by the URL. Like if you were to say, oh, P told me this over the phone one day, it's going to be one of those things that people don't believe it unless there's recording, unless there's proof, unless there's audio. So Goodz, I don't understand how you can feel like who's the snitch here, because again, okay, I understand what you're saying, Goodz, if the URL was not known for doing bad business. If the URL was not known for blocking and sabotaging people and just being greedy and just trying to monopolize battle rap, then if that were the case and somebody went into a conversation with P recording, then that's wrong, because it's like, bro, these people are good people. They don't play people. They're fair. They don't take advantage. They do good business. So why record them? That's some snitch ass shit right there, bro. Like that's dusty. Like, what are you doing? But that's not the case, Goodz. That's not the case, bro. I wouldn't blame anybody going forward if they get on a phone with P and start recording. I wouldn't blame anybody. Why? Because we know how the business gets done. We know that the business is dirty. We know that there's just nothing but politics and drama, and we know this stuff, bro. So we need to start to cover ourselves in this situation. Again, I would understand where Goodz is coming from if the URL was known for doing good business. If the URL was not known for sabotaging and doing all this extra stuff, all this extra bullshit, bro, that prevents other people from getting money, that prevents other people from getting opportunities, that prevents other people from doing anything. If that were the case, then I could see where you're coming from, Goodz, by saying who's the snitch that's recording this audio. But that's not the case, Goodz. We've learned over the course of the past few years specifically how it is that URL gets down. So if anybody decides to go into negotiations with Beasley, Smack, and P or Chico and decides to record, hey, do what you gotta do, bro. We get it. We get it. If they try and play you, take advantage of you, and start talking to you in a way where it's like, yo, this needs to be put out there because people need to know what's going on over here, because we the ones that support. So we should also have the option of knowing what's going on so that we can choose to continue to support. Then by all means, bro, record that conversation. By all means, because we know how it goes down behind the scenes in the business of battle rap, specifically URL. We get it, bro. So if you need to record, go ahead and record, bro. So I don't understand that perspective at all. When it comes to a Verb, again, for you battlers, right? Be careful. Be very careful, because even though a Verb is right on a lot of things that he says, he's right depending on who you are. There are variables, bro, that go along with what's happening right now. There are variables. You can't just be any old willy-nilly battle rapper and think that you're going to be able to do what a Verb is doing. You can't just be any old battle rapper and think that you're going to be able to demand something that you're never going to be able to get, bro, because you don't have that value. You don't have that worth. You don't have that power yet. So depending on who you are, a Verb is right. Also, depending on who you are, a Verb is wrong. I need to know what y'all think of this, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Joe coming at you live and direct from the battle.